What's up everyone? Victor here with a giant Justice League set to review for you guys. This is the Flying Fox Batmobile Airlift attack set, and it is really cool. I really think it's one of the biggest, coolest Justice League sets so far, and I really like it. It has 955 pieces, and it is set number 76087. Awesome set. Can't wait to check it out, so let's go ahead and take a look. So here is our set fully built, but before I start this review, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment, and we'll go ahead and start the review. First of all, we'll start off with the figures here. We have Cyborg, which is probably one of the coolest cyborgs LEGO has made so far, in my opinion, because of this arm. It is like a special mold, and you can see it comes off with the gun here, which is a flick fire missile, or stud fire, I should say, not really flick fire. But you can see they did a really good job with the printing on it. Has a really nice double-sided face here. And like I said, this is probably the best version of Cyborg I've seen LEGO make. So currently, I think that's the best one, in my opinion. And this is Superman. And you can see there's nothing really too fancy about the Superman. We have a really nice cape. It's the new cape with the cloth version instead of the old fabric that they used to use, so it doesn't tear apart so easily. And you can see we have really cool printing on the back there, nothing too fancy. And he does have a second face as well, and it's like the Kryptonite or Kryptonian, like melting your face off kind of face. So that's pretty cool. Next up, we have Wonder Woman, which is basically like the same Wonder Woman from the Batman vs. Superman sets. We have her shield here with the bird on there, and we have her sword, and she has some really nice printing on the arms, and the legs are really detailed. She is probably one of the best printed figures out of this line, besides maybe Batman. We have her face here, and she has a lot of printing on the back here, as you can see as well. It's like all the belts and all the really fine details on the back there. I think they did a really good job with that Wonder Woman. I think it's really cool. The one from her own set's pretty cool too, but that's a nice Wonder Woman. We have this version of Batman, which is probably the fanciest version of Batman out of the Justice League sets. And you can see he has really fancy, like, metallic kind of printing on the back there. And he has a really cool, like, kind of metallic eyes for the top for his cowl. Cowl's the same as they've been using for a while, but the top of the head has a really shiny metallic color to it, and on the backside we have him being angry or screaming, and it's pretty gritty looking Batman. He has like stubble on his face, and he looks really grumpy, but I think that's pretty cool for the Dark Knight. And you can see he has his Batarang here, and his grappling hook gun, and of course his cape is also some of the new material that doesn't rip as bad as the old ones, so that's pretty nice. We do get two of these parademons in this set, which have really nice wings. They're kind of like the Genoshan out of Star Wars plastic type wings, so they can, they're not hard to, like, they don't tear apart so easy. And you can see he has a lot of printing on the back, and I'll have to take his head off to show you the printing on the back side of this figure, because they put a lot of printing on these figures, and I kind of don't want to, like, not show them off, because they did a really nice job. Really looks like a really insect type creature, so I think they did a pretty good job with that. And of course he does have a flick fire gun as well. They both come with like stud shooters, and this one has some, they both have really different wings. You can see from both of them, this one has like really long wings, and this one has like the short, kind of like really short, like they're not really as long as this one. This one has really, really long wings. And of course, like, this needs to be attached a little bit better to show you guys. They just attach with like one like smooth bar on the bottom here. You can see there's his stud shooter. Really nice printing on the legs there. I really like the yellow color on this. I think it stands out more than the other green one, because it just kind of like makes the printing show up a little bit more. Go ahead and show you the back side of the wings there. He has like, see the spine on the back there, and they really went to town on these sets, because you can see the printing on the back side of the head. Like, it looks almost like a face itself. It's so printed, and I think they did a pretty good job with that. And we cannot miss the biggest figure in this set, which is Steppenwolf. And you can see he has huge, like, arms, and he has this really big battle, like, axe, and his head is really awesome. It's like a giant, like, you put it on like a regular minifigure, but it's like a giant, like, one-piece mold head, and you can move it just like a minifigure head. It moves just like a minifigure head, so that's awesome. And the body's printed really nice with the chest piece here. See the skulls on the bottom there, really metallic looking paint. Really like the hands because you have to be careful with these kind of finger pieces, like on the Groot that they brick build. If you move these a lot, sometimes the joints get weak and they will crack and fall apart. But that's the only complaint I have about that, because everything else seems to be really cool with these brick built. Sometimes I really like the brick built ones more than the actual molded big figs, but I like both of them pretty good. But I mean, overall, it's a really nice brick built figure, and I'm really pleased with it. I think they did a good job with it. And in every one of the Justice League sets, we get a different, like, mother box, which I haven't seen the movie yet. I don't think hardly anybody has. But if you know anything about it, let me know in the comments below. But each set comes with one of these, and this is a printed piece, and in this set we get a red one. So, I mean, like, I think each one has a different colored mother box. So if you know anything about that, let me know in the comments below. But I think it's cool looking. But let's go ahead and look at the actual flying fox with the Batmobile. You can see the Batmobile is resting in the kind of the stomach of this ship. You can see all the stickers this thing has. We have the Batman symbol right there, and this is a sticker, that's a sticker. I mean, there's a lot of stickers in this set, but I wasn't really too unimpressed with it because it didn't go overboard. There was only like 10, maybe 12 stickers in the whole set, so that really isn't that bad in my opinion. And I'll go ahead and show you that this Batmobile does lock into the belly of this ship, and you can kind of drag it out here. I'll show you how it works. You just kind of push it out. Well, if it doesn't come firing flick fire missiles at me right off the bat, you can see we can just attach that right there. It was just at the top. So this thing has a lot of flick fire missiles, but here is the Batmobile that comes in the belly of the Flying Fox. You can see it's ready to do battle. It has flick fires right in the front, and they just come off just like that. I don't want to lose them because they fly everywhere. And then you have one at the top here. Really nice, kind of redesigned from kind of the Batman vs. Superman Batmobile. Has some really cool designs on the side there, some stickers. And it does lift up, like I said, like the one from the Batman vs. Superman one. You can kind of see the, all the engines and the controls for, you know, when Batman sits in there. And I think I'll go ahead and show you how Batman sits in there. I'll go ahead and take his equipment off so you can kind of see how Batman sits inside this little... It's kind of cramped because there are a lot of missiles and stuff in there, or like this thing, but you just kind of set him down there like that. And, let's see here, gotta line him up with the stud. You can see he kind of just sits in there like this. You just kind of shut it in there like that. And Batman sits quite nicely in the center. Because I really like these, even though a lot of people don't like stuff like that, I really like the whole, already built windshield thing. I think that's a pretty cool feature with that. And we have the back here, which is nothing too fancy, no real lights or engines or anything on the back, but I really like the design on the top. I think they did a good job with that. And we'll go ahead and look and see what this looks like on the inside if Steppenwolf doesn't get knocked over here. Set him back up. And you can see the inside there. There's a lot of fancy stuff in the inside there. I don't know if you can see it, but there are some sticker pieces on both sides here. Way in the inside there, you can see there's some sticker panels in there, so it is like a really big plane. So you have a lot of room. If you don't want to put the Batmobile in there, you can put like figures in there and all kinds of stuff. And I'll go ahead and turn it around so you can see how the Batmobile kind of drives in the back here. And you can, it's fully open in the center. So it's designed to, well, let me go ahead and take my Batman out so I can use him later to show him flying the plane itself. Go ahead and get him out of the Batmobile. And you can see, the Batmobile is a regular sized Batmobile. So it's like you're getting a whole Batmobile that goes inside of this plane. So you just drive the Batmobile up in there, and you lock these two little pieces in there and fold the little ramps up so it doesn't come flying out when you pick the ship up. So that's a nice little feature. Go ahead and spin it around here and show you that it works the same way in the front. You literally just raise these pieces up so it locks the Batmobile in place, and it can't just roll off when you flip it up or back or whatever, and you have plenty of room to kind of fly the ship around. The only thing I have to say about this is this sticker is really weird to me. I know that it doesn't necessarily say that Batman is Bruce Wayne, but if I was Batman, I don't think I would put Wayne Technology on the side of a Batmobile or on a Batplane. It kind of gives away a secret identity. So, I mean, that's kind of weird, but whatever. That's just one of those things. And we have some stud shooters at the top here. And we do have flick fire missiles on the bottom. If you can see there's the long line. And you just fire those off the side. And you do get 2 extra. So if you fire one out and you lose it like that, it's okay. So you got 2 extra ones of those. And you do get 1 on each side. I don't knock everything around. The ship is really big, so it's really hard to keep everything on the table to show you guys. So if I knock a figure off, it's just the way this has to be. And here we have a giant windshield that is red. It kind of looks like I think a Marvel set did that with the Captain America with the submarine, like Red Skull submarine. And we'll go ahead and show you what this looks like inside the cockpit. I'll go ahead and put a Batman in there. And you can see Batman sitting inside the cockpit. And you have plenty of room in here for 2 figures. Oops. Go ahead and take Cyborg's gun off. So I'll show you guys what it looks like with 2 figures inside the Flying Fox with the lid attached. See, that's pretty cool. Lost a fin here, but that's okay. This thing, like I said, is so big that it's hard to keep it on the table to show you guys. But you can see there's plenty of room to fit 2 figures in this giant bat plane. The Flying Fox is probably one of my favorite, like, bat plane type vehicles because it's so big. I really like it. I mean, like, it's kind of really, like, huge, but it doesn't really look like it's cumbersome or anything. It's just really big, and I think they did a good job with it. I think they did a really good job with the way it looks like a bat plane, and they called it something different like Flying Fox, and I think that's pretty cool. But overall, I think it's a really awesome ship. But be sure to let me know what you guys think about this, like, you know, giant, awesome Justice League set, and what you guys think about the Justice League movie and set in general. What would you change? What would you add to it? What do you guys know about these sets? But be sure to let me know in the comments below, like, what you guys think about these awesome Justice League sets, because I think they're cool. I think they did a really good job with them, because I really like DC. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think about all this stuff, because there's so much to talk about in this set. I just think they did a really good job with it, you know. I think it's a really cool, really big set. But be sure to let me know, and I will see you guys next time.